Oh. Check, check, check.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and Sacred Heart Basketball.
And welcome into our sixth and final games of this 2023 portion of the 2023-2024 schedule. Good evening, I'm Adam Coulter. Here from southeast of Saline, the short road trip here, the county rivalry, the league rivalry, and a fun atmosphere. This one, going to be some fun tonight between southeast of Saline and Sacred Heart. Girls up first, boys will follow, and one of these things that I love this time of the year, we're a week out from Christmas, a lot of the alumni back. You got two schools in close proximity, just a few miles apart, and it should be a fun atmosphere for high school basketball here tonight from Gypsum and southeast of Saline. Again, good evening, I'm Adam Coulter. Avery Cadle is on the camera this evening. We're glad you're with us here on Salina Post with our live streaming audio and video. That's coming in tonight. Sacred Heart will be the visiting team one more time. They've had 3 games as the visiting squad and 3 more. Well, technically 4 as the visiting squad if you count the Chapman game. And then a couple, they got to wear the home whites one time in that Irish Classic tournament back in Chapman, but they've been the road team against Chapman, Clifton, Clyde. Also here tonight at Southeast, and also against Berean Academy last Tuesday night. And then the neutral games against Bishop Ward and Rossville also as part of the Irish Classic tournament in Chapman earlier this month. So the Knights coming in off a big win, upsetting the 6th ranked team in girls 2A, the Berean Academy Warriors on Berean's home floor as a 20-5 fourth quarter turned the 6-point third quarter deficit into a 9-point victory for the Sacred Heart girls last week down again at Berean Academy. So tonight it'll be the Southeast of Saline girls against the Sacred Heart girls. Both teams coming into this one with a record of 3-2. The Lady Trojans have one league win under their belt, a home win back on December 8th. They beat Beloit, the Lady Trojans, in that one by a score of 46-36. Sacred Heart, this will be the first league game of the season here for the Knights here this evening. Last game before the holiday break. Couple of weeks off after this one as we'll take a break off for Christmas and New Year, and boy, right back at it. 3 games in 5 nights. Actually, check that, 3 and 4 nights, as the Knights will have Minneapolis at home, up games at home on the 2nd and 4th, and then they'll go on the road to Thomas More Prep out in Hayes on the 5th of January. So a couple of weeks off, but then right back at it. But not to get too far ahead of ourselves here in this one. Let's go over our starters here for this one. As first of all, for the home team tonight, the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans, they will start Brielle Potacek. She's 5'4" and a senior, averaging 7.6 points per game, 1.3 rebounds a contest. Addison Rohr, 2.2 points and 2.3 rebounds. She's a 5'7" senior. Also Lexi Jacobson, 10 points even, 10.7 rebounds a game, so averaging a double-double is Lexi. 5'7" senior starts tonight, as does Maddie Harris, 5'6" senior, 10 points even as well. Co-leader in the scoring department for the Lady Trojans, 4.3 rebounds for Maddie Harris a game. And Abigail Pearson, 6.4 points, 3.7 rebounds. She's a 5'7" sophomore starting tonight for the Lady Trojans of Southeast Upsaline. So it'll be Brielle Potacek, Addison Rohr, Lexi Jacobson, Maddie Harris, and Abigail Pearson starting for the Lady Trojans. Their head coach in her 8th season is Shauna Smith. Meanwhile, for Sacred Heart, their typical 5, as they will start tonight. Katie Weiss, 5'7" senior, as Katie Weiss averaging 15.6 points per game. Also starting tonight for the Knights is Megan Torrey, 5'9" senior. Skylar Douglas, 5'7" sophomore tonight. She's averaging 10 points a game. Meanwhile, Avery Eshelman, 6'1" and a senior, averaging 11 points per game. And also starting tonight, we will see if it's Addie Lee or if it's Sydney Getz. We will get that one updated here in just a moment. So it'll be Katie Weiss, Megan Torrey, Skylar Douglas, Avery Eshelman, and either Sydney Getz or Addie Lee tonight for Sacred Heart. And it looks like it'll be Addie Lee getting the start here, to correct myself. So again, Katie Weiss, 5'7" senior. Megan Torrey, 5'9" senior. Skylar Douglas, 5'7" sophomore. Also Avery Eshelman, 6'1" senior. And tonight, starting 5'3" freshman. Second straight start for Addie Lee here tonight for Sacred Heart, as the clock to 8 minutes as we pause briefly for our national anthem.
At this time, we'd like you to stand. We have a treat from the Southeast of Saline Music Department. The Southeast of Saline Mads will bring you our national anthem.
again, welcoming you into Sacred Heart basketball. You're watching live streaming audio and video. We're glad to have you with us here as our audio and video presented here on Saline Post at Saline Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Thanks to all of our sponsors here throughout the night and throughout the season. And once again, as the stars are being announced here in the gym, go over one more time for Southeast of Saline, coming into the record 3-2. Brielle Patacek will start tonight, a 5'4" senior for Southeast. Addison Rohr, 5'7" junior, starts tonight, as does Lexi Jacobson, a senior at 5'7". Maddie Harris, a senior at 5'6", and Abigail Pearson, a sophomore, at 5'7". Jacobson, Harris, Pearson, Rohr, and Patacek, 3-2 on the season, 1-0 in the league as they have a win over Beloit earlier in the month. Head coach is Shauna Smith. And meanwhile, for Sacred Heart, they will start Katie Weiss, a 5'7" senior. Also tonight, Megan Torrey, 5'9" senior. Skylar Douglas, 5'7" sophomore. Tonight, starting Adlin Lee, 5'3", just a freshman out there tonight to start. And Avery Eshelman, the leading scorer. Actually, I should say the co-leading scorer, along with Katie Weiss, Avery Eshelman, senior at 6'1". Hope you enjoy things here tonight. Our first of two coming up as the Knights and the Road Blues one more time. So we'll take a couple weeks off after this one. Get right back to it. As I mentioned a bit earlier, Sacred Heart with games on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday right after the first of the year on the 2nd, 4th, and 5th of January, right out of the gate to start the 2024 portion of the campaign this season. Just about set for action here in this one. And again, we're glad you're with us here on Salina Post with our live streaming and audio. Both teams in their huddle. Set to jump center, and it's going to be controlled by Eshelman. Tips it back to Addie Lee, and we are underway as you see it. The camera's actually across from me, off the glass, too strong by Eshelman, and taken by Southeast. As I see it, Southeast going right to left, as you see it, left to right across the way. The drive in the lane, off glass, up, good. Quick 2-0 lead. That's Brielle Patacek, good for Southeast of Saline. On the other end, there's Weiss. Out high to Lee, back to the near side. Torrey with it. Now between the rings, there's Douglas. Back to Weiss, she'll try a three from the right wing. Off the heel, long rebound. Taken once again by Patacek and back to Southeast. And there's a double dribble called, and just a quick smile on Brielle's face. 2-0 early. We're still inside the first minute of this big rivalry game. In the first of two, we will see these two match it up in 2024 at least one more time, as they will play in Salina at Sacred Heart. Our corner, near corner to you watching on our video, up high. Now Douglas. Minute 15 gone by early. Tipped out of bounds. 6:42 to go here in the first, and it's Sacred Heart ball. Inbounding in the baseline into Eshelman from Weiss. Douglas into the backcourt, a race for the ball now, and skipping with it into the corner now. There's Pearson. Now a drive in the lane, off the glass, too strong. Rebound taken by Torrey and back to the Knights. Comes Lee down the floor. Wing right, shot up off the heel again. Another miss from three-point range for the Knights. 2 minutes gone by and still 2-0 score in this one. Tori to Weiss, and looking back, head coach, I should say, Carl Hines. Eshelman driving, runner, tough angle, missed the bank. Rebound again, back to Southeast. Patacek one more time, now between the rings. Near center circle, Maddie Harris. Harris. Tried a little give and go up there. Pearson down the lane, off glass, up, missed it. Rebound Eshelman for the Knights. Dumped off to Weiss one more time, and Lee in the corner. Not quite 3 minutes gone by here in the first. Knights still trying to get their first points, and there it is. Nice speed down low. Tori the assist in the basket. Katie Weiss, or check that rather, Eshelman the basket. That ties it at 2. 3 minutes gone by, and whistle now. 4:52 to play, first quarter. 2-2 tie. Nicole Richards checking in for the Knights. Harris beyond the arc. To her left. Near corner back to Patacek. The free throw line. Pass outside again beyond the arc and a drive. Right side lane line, that'll go. Addison Rohr makes it a 4-2 game. As we approach the midpoint of the first quarter. Not quite 4 minutes gone by now. Back to the near side, Douglas. Douglas trying to weave her way through traffic and taken away by Southeast. Back to the near side. Patacek pulls up left side. Might have been deflected partially, and Eshelman gonna ring Southeast up with a foul. Patacek called for the foul. 4 minutes gone by, 4 to go here in the first. And Weiss will take it across the timeline for Sacred Heart one more time. Behind the scorers table, Knights go left to right. Trojans right to left. As you see it across the way, just the opposite. There's a three-point basket by Weiss. There's Sacred Heart's first lead at 5-4. 3.5 to play first quarter. Back near side. Ball there by Southeast. Basket good. Sutton Douglas. Maddie Harris the assist. Douglas 2 off the bench for Southeast, and the Trojans back on top by 1, 6-5. Now Weiss. Weiss out high, Adlin Lee to her right. In the lane, stops there, back out to Weiss. Now Richards. And back to Lee. She'll try 3 right side up, and no good. Rebound again. Back to Southeast. Rohr takes the rebound for Southeast. There's a 3 on the other end up, and good. Reagan Duran for 3. And the lead is 4 now at 9-5 Trojans, the biggest lead of the game for either team. Lee near side to answer up. Weiss got it. Weiss a couple of 3 balls. And now it's a 9-8 game, back to a 1-point game on the other end. Ball fake on the wing, back to the right wing up. That one's off the front iron, and now the Knights can take the lead on this possession. Down by 1, here comes Lee with the ball off the rebound. Bounce past Eshelman, double team there, but underneath. And a traveling violation, as that's Getz who's checked in now. Sydney Getz for the Knights. And here comes Richards out. Getz out. And back in will be Torian Douglas with the starting five back out on the floor for the Knights. 2 minutes to go here in the first, a 9-8 game. Knights have led by one. Trojans by as many as four. There's a reach in and there's a tie-up. Possession arrow is going to give this one to Southeast. So $1.55 to play in the first. And back out high with it, Maddie Harris. Out high for three, up, missing. And trying to save, but no good. No avail. Knights with the ball back and another chance to take the lead back. Down a point. Minute 45 to play and rolling here in the first. And again, a nice crowd here at Southeast of Saline. Near side Eshelman. Douglas out high, double team there, kicked out. Lee now to the corner and to the right wing. Lee from Torrey. Lee again with the left hand, kicked out to Weiss. Weiss back to the near side. Torrey driving the baseline and nearly stepped out of bounds and does. Out of bounds with a minute 14 to go here in the first. Trojans remain on top by 1, 9-8. Here comes Abigail Pearson back in for Southeast. As we approach the 1 minute mark to go here in the opening quarter. Quick moving one. There's another tie up there, but torn away by Eshelman now under a minute to go, and the Knights again, third chance now at a 9-8 score to take the lead on this possession. Weiss again, top of the key, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knights. So 1 point game, and again, want to welcome you in here listening online and watching online here on Salina Post. Thanks for being with us. We got both crews out here tonight. We got the Southeast contingent with Devin Haney and myself, Adam Coulter. Boy, that was a slick play right there. But now down on the floor, and Lee's going to collect for the Knights, tipped up. Half court, and I gotta love this scrappy play, and there's a whistle and a foul call that's going on the Knights. 33.4 to go. Foul's gonna go on Lee. Second foul against Adeline Lee. She's got both of the Knights' fouls here in the first. Oh, it was 9-5 momentarily. Katie Weiss in her second three made it a 1 point game. That's where we've been sitting now for the last minute and a half or so. Driving up, under. That's a tough shot over two of the taller Knight ladies. And Duran now with 5 for Southeast. Knights will play for 1 to end the first quarter, down 3. 1 possession game. 2 down to 1 at the horn, and well off, and we are through 8 minutes. Sacred Heart down by 3 after 1. It's Southeast of Saline 11, Sacred Heart 8. You're listening and watching to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Back from southeast of Saline here in Gypsum, Adam Coulter and Avery Cadle on the broadcast. Underway in the second. Knights had as big as a 1-point lead, just a single point. Richards back in there for the Knights, looking for Lee on the wing. Lee, right side back to Richards. Lee to Douglas, working around the arc, back to Richards. Opening 30 seconds here of the second quarter now. Eschman in the lane, right side to Richards for three. Off the iron it goes, one hop, and back to southeast. Outlet pass now on the near side, Patacek at the lane line. Left lane line now, nearly lost it, got it back. There's a tip nearly by Douglas, but drive bounce off the glass and good. From the low block on the left side, Addison Rohr with a couple. And now the big lead of the night thus far for Southeast at 5 points. The Knights' big lead is 1. Lee is going to drive, bounce pass. Similar play, and this is going to go, will be a backcourt violation on the Knights, so it's going to go over to Southeast on a turnover. Trojans ball with a 5-point advantage. So Southeast with it across the timeline will be Maddie Harris. Dribbles right, dribbles left. Now between the rings to Pearson. Trying to get to Patacek. And now Patacek between the rings. Right side again, Pearson. 90 seconds gone by, a drive to the basket, up and good. Pearson with 2, that's 4 in the quarter for Southeast, opening up now in a 7-point advantage, 15-8. Left side entry pass now from Douglas. Eshelman kicked out, top of the key, 3-ball up, but a couple of hops there off the backboard and no good. Basket no good by Getz. Foul called on the Knights. And they'll call it on Eshelman, their first personal, first team foul here in the second quarter. 2 minutes gone by here in the second. 15-8. Big lead of the night for Southeast thus far. Near side. There's 4, and it's lost out of bounds. It'll stay with Southeast. And 7 nights shy of Christmas. A lot of the alumni here, fun to see from both squads, both Saline County schools and league rivals. A lot of familiar faces from both teams. Good to see them all back here, rooting on both of their alma maters. 5:35 to play before halftime. Getz, Richards, now Douglas. 2.5 gone by here in the second. Knights down 7 with the ball. Back to the wing right, Getz, ball fake there. Now Eshelman, back out Richards one more time. Quick screen for the moment there. Getz, Richards, now Weiss, a long 3 off the front iron, offensive rebound to Eshelman, turnaround shot. Missed the shot but drew the foul. 2 shots coming for Eshelman and a chance to stop this run. Quick timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout called by the Knights, and we'll take it as well. Foul shots coming for the Knights after the break. It is 15-8 Southeast. You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Back here from southeast of Saline, Adam Coulter and Avery Cadle on the broadcast here. Got both of our crews out here tonight. I mentioned that a bit earlier. Devin Haney on the call. Southeast of Saline. That one pops in and out for Eshelman. And myself here or the Southeast, or I'm sorry, the Sacred Heart call, I should say. Here comes Torrey and Lee back in. Out will go Richards, and out will go Getz for the moment. Second shot up and good. That does break the run. So it's 3 for Eshelman. 5 minutes to go before halftime. Back to the near side. Here's Pearson. Pearson out top between the rings, dribbles right, now back to the left. Maddie Harris around a pick to her right. And get off to the wing. Now, brief trap there. Tipped up, taken back. Katie Weiss, the takeaway for the Knights. To Lee on the near side. Again, near side to us, I should say. Far corner to you momentarily. There's Torrey. Right wing and reach in, taken away, and now a reach in foul's going to go on Adeline Lee, and that's going to be 3 on Addie, and we're still not halfway through the second. So 3 on Addie. Second team foul on the Knights here in the quarter. And back in is going to be Getz for Lee. Maddie Harris against Getz. Another nice pass up and good. Douglas with another basket. She's got 4 off the bench. And the lead now 8. Another high watermark here for the Southeast lead. Douglas for 3 off the heel. Long rebound and tipped off Torrey. And Douglas right back to her. A long rebound right back to herself. High Katie Weiss. Eyeing Douglas there, gets it to her. Bounce past Eshelman in the lane. Double team there. Kick back out near corner. Far corner to you. And that's one missed. Sacred Heart crowd wanted a foul, didn't get it. And back down Potacek on the other end. Ball fake there. Went just congestion in the lane there. The Knights take the basketball back, down 8, 17-9, 3:10 to play. Second quarter here. First of 2 tonight here from the Southeast Gym. Eshelman, left side, another one. Apparently deflected. Under 3 to play before halftime now. Potacek, left wing. Dribbles out top. Now left lane line. Oh, a nice pass to the cutting to the basket is Harris, and the shot no good, but she'll draw a 2-shot foul. This will be the 3rd team foul on the Knights here in the quarter. And Maddie Harris looking for her first points of the game. For the Knights so far, 6 for Weiss and 3 for Eshelman. First free throw is up and good. As Mia Hamilton in for the Knights. Second free throw is also good. So Harris with a couple. And the lead is 10 now, 19-9. Just over 2.5 to play here in the first half. Upside out high Weiss. Eshelman in the lane, double team there. A tough shot in traffic. And the rebound knocked around Hamilton. Got a hand on it. And it's knocked off of one of the Southeast players. Inbound Eshelman. For the Knights, a single free throw here in the second quarter. And really fortunate to be only down by 10 points. 19-9. The shot by Douglas for 3, short. Out of bounds, back to Southeast. 2:06 to play before halftime. Well, Potacek 2, Rohr with 4, Harris with 2, Pearson 2, Douglas 4, and Duran with 5. For the Knights, Weiss with 6 and Eshelman with 3. Right side for 3. That's going to be well strong. Tipped out And it should be night ball, or will it be? Yes, it will. So it'll be Megan Torrey to inbound for the Knights into Weiss. Knights still looking for their first field goal here in this second quarter, about 6.5 minutes into it. Hamilton, left side, and looking for Douglas, and the Knights all kinds of struggles right now. Back in for Southeast is Patacek along with Lexi Jacobson. Jacobson, the only one of the 5 starters for Southeast without a point thus far. 19-9, bounce pass to the near corner. Tipped up and out high with it. Shot up, missing. And as soon as I say that, a chance now, the foul's gonna go on Megan Torrey. Her first 14 foul with a $1:09 to go before halftime, and Jacobson, that one will pop in and out on her. Jacobson's second free throw coming, and that one also similar, pops in and out. A little tug of war there between Rohr and with Eshelman. Eshelman wins the battle. Douglas. Up top now, Jacobson. 50 seconds left before halftime. Douglas once more. The long 2 with a foot on the line, no good by Torrey. And the rebound goes Southeast way. Skipping away. Jacobson to Harris. 30 seconds left. Oh boy. Gonna call a tie up on that drive to the basket. And out of bounds to Southeast. 31.1 to go before intermission. Quick turnaround, Jacobson. Shot good. Excuse me, that's Madison Rohr with the basket. So she's got 6, and the lead is now a dozen, 21-9. See if the Knights played for them. They'll go for 3. Shot up, missing again. Knights really settling for some threes here in this one, just trying to break this drought. So final seconds will tick away at the horn. It's up, it's gonna miss. And we're through 2 quarters at halftime. Southeast of Saline up by a dozen. It's the Trojans 21 and the Knights 9. We will come back with our halftime scoring numbers and more as you're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball. You're listening and watching to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Maori Clinic is pleased to welcome obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Mariah Jones. Dr. Jones is a Salina area native and is excited to return to her roots and care for the women of North Central Kansas. She completed medical school and residency at the University of Kansas School of Medicine. Dr. Jones is joining Drs. Knox, Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, and Roche at Maori Women's Clinic in Salina. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Jones by calling 785-827-7261 or visit MaoriClinic.com to learn why you matter more at Maori.
Hometown Disposal is a locally owned and operated waste hauling company offering residential and commercial trash service. Hometown Disposal offers front load, roll off, and rear load disposal bins for all your waste hauling needs. Let Hometown Disposal assist you with all your daily, weekend, or seasonal cleanup jobs. Hometown Disposal offers waste disposal options that are simple, affordable, and stress-free. Hometown Disposal is the right choice for families, local business owners, and general contractors. Contact Hometown Disposal, Salina's premier waste hauling solution.
Looking to take the next step in your career? Consider an MBA from Kansas Wesleyan. You can complete the program fully online in as little as 1 year, and your last class is free. Want to be a part of one of the region's fastest growing universities? Visit kwu.edu/MBA today. That's kwu.edu/MBA.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
And welcome back to the Southeast of Saline Gym. I'm Adam Coulter along with Avery Cadle on the broadcast this evening. Interesting way to call it because second time this season, Avery and myself were on different sides of the gym. So as I look at it from behind the scorer's table and as you look at it from across the scorer's table, I'm calling it one way, but you're actually seeing it from the opposite end of the floor. But trying to do my best to keep in mind what you're actually seeing on the stream, but I do appreciate you listening to us. I know I have, it's humbling to know we're streaming and got the audio and the live streaming video, and there's fans and friends from Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, Wisconsin, and more listening. So for the parents, the grandparents, the friends, whoever might be listening to us and wherever you might be, thanks for joining us for Sacred Heart Basketball here on Salina Post. Well, the halftime score here, the girls' game 21-9, as was a single free throw. It did break a run by Southeast, but this is the high water mark thus far as the Trojans find themselves up a dozen here at halftime. Knights led by one back in the first, but for the most part, it's been Southeast. But really, again, if you look at Southeast surrendering just a single point on a free throw by Avery Eshelman to the Knights. Knights, I mentioned it back in the second quarter, still pretty fortunate that they're only down 10 points here at the break. At the break, there went the voice. Out. And still plenty of game to come back in this one, and I am really blushing right now. My voice just cracked really badly. Speaking of which, do hope you and yours staying healthy here in the holiday season. I'm hoping I have a voice left by the time this one is said and done, and I give it a 50-50 because it's doing some interesting things here tonight. But glad you're with us here. Halftime numbers here in the game thus far, all for the Knights. Katie Weiss, 2 3-point baskets back in the first for her 6. A 2-pointer by Avery Eshelman, then 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the second. That was the lone point for the Knights in the second quarter, as the Knights just 9 on the board so far, but still plenty into this game, as again, still a full half of action to go here. Meanwhile, for Southeast, they've spread it out nicely. It's 4 of the 5 stars have scored, plus 2 bench players, as Addison Aurora leads all scorers with 6, as does Katie Weiss for the Knights. Aurora with 6, also 5 off the bench for Reagan Duran. Also 4 points off the bench by Sutton Douglas, and 2 apiece by Brielle Potacek, by Maddie Harris, and by Abigail Pearson for Southeast of Saline. So again, 21-9, it's a 12-point game, but we'll come back and see if the Knights can't make a run and get right back in this thing. We'll take one more break here at halftime. We'll come back and get you set for the start of the second half and third quarter. You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post. You're listening to it and watching it. It's brought to you by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Saline Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Saline Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Maury Clinic is pleased to welcome obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Mariah Jones. Dr. Jones is a Salina area native and is excited to return to her roots and care for the women of North Central Kansas. She completed medical school and residency at the University of Kansas School of Medicine. Dr. Jones is joining Drs. Knox, Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, and Roche at Maury Women's Clinic in Salina. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Jones by calling 785-827-7261 or visit MauryClinic.com to learn why you matter more at Maury.
Hometown Disposal is a locally owned and operated waste hauling company offering residential and commercial trash service. Hometown Disposal offers front load, roll off, and rear load disposal bins for all your waste hauling needs. Let Hometown Disposal assist you with all your daily, weekend, or seasonal cleanup jobs. Hometown Disposal offers waste disposal options that are simple, affordable, and stress-free. Hometown Disposal is the right choice for families, local business owners, and general contractors. Contact Hometown Disposal, Salina's premier waste hauling solution.
Looking to take the next step in your career? Consider an MBA from Kansas Wesleyan. You can complete the program fully online in as little as 1 year, and your last class is free. Want to be a part of one of the region's fastest growing universities? Visit kwu.edu/MBA today. That's kwu.edu/MBA.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back once again to Sacred Heart Basketball here from the Southeast Up Saline Gym. The county rivals, the league rivals, and right now it's the home team tonight up by a dozen. Southeast on top of Sacred Heart by a score of 21-9, and welcoming you again listening online and with our live audio and streaming video. Thank you very much for joining us here on Salina Post for our boys and girls doubleheader here tonight. I mentioned a bit earlier on too, nice crowd here, two schools just a few miles apart here within Saline County. A lot of the alumni here just before the Christmas and holiday break. As we get set for the start of the third quarter, the Knights with the ball, and we are underway in quarter number 3. The Knights down 12, trying to get a run of their own going here against Southeast. Here's Douglas at the free throw line to Eshelman. Left low block, lost it out of bounds. And it's going to go as a quick turnover right back to the Trojans. 15 seconds gone by here early in the third quarter. Inbound goes to Maddie Harris. Addie Lee on her and checking back in. Had 3 fouls early, had to go sit much of the second quarter for Sacred Heart. Tipped by Torrey, nearly stole it away. Harris gathers it for Southeast. Now pass in the lane taken, and Eshelman will take the steal for Sacred Heart. 45 seconds gone by early in the third quarter. The team having scored as of yet. There's Weiss to Lee on the wing. Top of the key to the right, off to Douglas. She'll put it up, a high arcing shot, missed it short. And on the floor, another scrum for the ball, and Southeast is going to take it. So Pearson will take it across the timeline now for the Lady Trojans. Minute 10 gone by, third quarter, and still, as it was at halftime, 21-9 Lady Trojans. Back to the left wing. Pass down low, kick back out again. Pull-up shot from the baseline is going to miss. Tipped and nearly saved, but it'll go out of bounds back to Sacred Heart. About 90 seconds gone by, and still both teams looking for their first third quarter points in a relatively low scoring one. Co-scoring leaders, Addison Rohr with 6 for Southeast, and Katie Weiss 6 likewise for Sacred Heart. Turn around by Eshelman in the lane, off the heel, and the rebound taken by Lexi Jacobson. Ball back down the floor. Southeast with it. Kick back out, right wing, 3-ball up. That's off the front iron. It's going to go out of bounds into the Southeast student section. And the ball again back to Sacred Heart. 2 more minutes gone by here in the game. And the Knights have been stuck on 9 for, well, really 8, then 9 for about 10 minutes of game time overall. Out high, Megan Torrey. Entry pass, Eshelman. Kicked out. Long 2 from the wing, or from the corner is no good. Rebound one more time. Lexi Jacobson takes it. Now down the floor, Patacek. Ball fake there around a pick of High Pearson. The free throw line, bounce back. Tip for a moment by Lee for the Knights, and in the hands of Maddie Harris. Handing it back to Harris. Spins in the lane. Missed the shot. Offensive rebound, and a foul's going to be called. And the Sacred Heart fans, you're seeing it from your side, watching on the stream. You're on the Southeast side, and you've got the Sacred Heart fans across the way right in front of us here announcing the broadcast. There's a free throw missing. But the Knight fans not particularly thrilled with that call. Second foul. Second free throw is good. So Rohr with 7. And the lead now at Baker's Dozen, 22-9. 13-point leaders. Douglas driving the lane. To the left hand, high off the glass, up and good. Skylar Douglas with her first basket. The lead is 11, 22-11. Under 5 to play here in the third. Out high with it, a drive right to the basket, but the shot will not go. Rebound back to the Knights, and a chance to cut it back down to single figures, I should say. Get it back under 10 again. Here's Eshelman into the corner. Torrey there, now Lee. Lee to Douglas, driving the lane again, and tried to get it out to Eshelman. Boy, nearly going out of bounds. Now Lee again. Driving, kicked out, open 3 from the corner. And that one's going to miss by Weiss. Rebound again back to Southeast. And Weiss, good look at there. Anticipating the pass off to Lee, off the back board, and no good. Oh, a tough miss for Addie Lee. Boy, that would. And an offensive foul is going to be called. This will go on Abigail Peterson. That's going to be the first team foul in the Trojans here in the quarter. And Pearson's first personal. Checking in is Reagan Duran. Patacek's going to check out for Southeast. Let's see, Richards checking in now. Lee, Richards, Eshelman, Weiss, and Douglas out there, the 5 for Sacred Heart. Just past the midpoint of the quarter. 3:50 left, third quarter here from Southeast. Now Eshelman muscling her way to the basket, up and good. The lead down to 9. Eshelman with 5, and the score 22-13. The drive on the baseline. Offensive rebound. Richards got a hand up there. Knights get it back once again. Down just 9 now. They were down 13 earlier in the quarter. Richards out high, Addie Lee. Just a freshman out there playing her second straight start. And that's off the glass, but Eshelman, Avery is going to go to the line to shoot a couple. That'll be the second team foul in the quarter on the Trojans. And the first called on Lexi Jacobson. 3:05 to play. First free throw up, and that one's going to rattle in there. Eshelman with 6. As Addison Roars check back in for Southeast. Free throw up, off the heel. That one won't go. 8-point game, 22-14. 3 minutes to go here in the third. All the way to the basket, and ooh. Surprised there wasn't a whistle there, but boy, outlet pass. Douglas got it. Timeout Southeast. The Knights back within a half dozen. Back in 30 seconds. You're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
It's the holiday season, and that means holiday gifts for you from Salina Medical Aesthetics. Now through the end of the year, purchase 1 syringe of filler and get 10 units of Botox as your holiday gift. Cruise into winter with the SME Brighten and Tighten Laser Package. 4 dye VL and 4 clear lift treatments for face and neck. Just $2,500. Botox is also 10% off. Treat yourself or those you love with specials and gift cards from Salina Medical Aesthetics. See more online with social media and salinamedesthetics.org.
Back in Gypsum here at Southeast of Saline. The Knights down 13. Earlier in the quarter, they were down by a dozen at halftime. Cut this lead down to 6 in a 2-possession game, and there my voice goes again, cracked. Oh, man. Approaching the 2.5-minute mark here in the third. Had a long way to go yet. We got another full game yet after this one. Out of bounds it goes. It'll stay with Southeast. And the scorer's table to check back in. Jacobson back in, checking in for Douglas for Southeast. And it goes to the corner. A nice pass in the lane, and a foul's going to be called, and the Knights again didn't like it. They wanted to tie up and didn't get the call. It's going to go on Richards, her first personal. And that'll be the second team foul against Southeast in the quarter. First free throw up, and it's good. Just about popped back out, but goes for Roar, and she's got 8. And now she is the leading scorer in the ball game. Second one up, also good. So the Knights down 8 again, 24-16. 2:22 to go here in the third. Douglas beyond the arc. Now Weiss for 3, right side. Yeah, that'll go. Had 2 in the first. Another tray here in the third. She's got 9. And the lead now down to 5. Back on the other end. 3-pointer to answer is going to be short. Tipped up. Fight for the ball, and Eshelman collects. Under 2 to play here. Knights can cut it to a 1-possession game here with the basket on this trip. Douglas off to Getz. Now Weiss beyond the arc. Another long 3. That one's going to be short. Rebound taken. Trying to trap in the backcourt. It's knocked out of bounds. Off of Eshelman. So Harris will inbound for Southeast of Saline. Well, no, she won't. Potacek will. Out comes Richards for the Knights. Back in there comes Megan Torrey. 90 seconds to go here in the third, and a 5-point game. Southeast the ball and the lead. Open 3 coming, shot up, and that'll pop out. And the rebound taken by Weiss and the Knights. So again, Sacred Heart. Basket on this trip. There's a 3-pointer up by Getz, missed it. And the rebound taken, long rebound by Pearson. And back to the Lady Trojans. And now with a minute to go, and lost the handle. Thought they might have called the carry. They did not. Turnaround shot missed. Another offensive board. Put back up. No good again. And a foul's going to be called. And this one's going to go against Southeast. So the Knights will get the ball back with and even 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Second personal on Addison Rohr as she'll come out. Checking back in, Sutton Douglas for Southeast. 5-point game. 45 seconds left as with the left hand, Weiss calls out the play across half court and the timeline. Douglas, Eshelman, cross-court pass to the near wing, now in the corner. Look at ball movement there by Sacred Heart. Shot up. Eshelman couldn't get it to go, and reaching, just ripping it away. Douglas pass and the shot up and no good. Tipped around again. Another offensive board by the Knights. Eshelman up. No good, but she drew another two-shot foul. Just tenacious there by Sacred Heart, refusing to give up on that possession. So that's going to be the third team foul on the Trojans. And the first personal on Douglas. Free throw by Eshelman's up and good. She's got 7. More importantly, the Knights back within 4. They have 9 points here in the quarter and now 10. They were down 13. They're within 3 now are the Knights. 24-21, 15 seconds left. We'll see if Southeast plays for the final shot of this third quarter. In the corner, Patacek back to the near side. Shot up. That one rims off. Sacred Heart won't get a shot off, but through 3, and the Knights down a baker's dozen early in the third. Come back. 10-point run to make it a 3-point game after 3. Trojans 24, Knights 21. Back at the fourth quarter after this. You're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Everyone at Vernon Jewelers would like to thank you for coming into the store and celebrating our 139th anniversary. We'd like to remind you the holiday season is not far away. Shop now and get those great holiday gift ideas for that special someone or special occasion. We can custom order and find that unique to you piece, so stop in. Our service shop is ready to serve you and take care of anything you may need from repair to cleaning. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where it's the little things that matter since 1884.
It's the holiday season, and that means holiday gifts for you from Saline Medical Aesthetics. Now through the end of the year, purchase 1 syringe of filler and get 10 units of Botox as your holiday gift. Cruise into winter with the SME Brighten and Tighten Laser Package. 4 dye VL and 4 clear lift treatments for face and neck. Just $2,500. Botox is also 10% off. Treat yourself or those you love with specials and gift cards from Salina Medical Aesthetics. See more online with social media and salinamedesthetics.org.
Back at Gypsum and southeast of Saline. 24-21, the Trojans held to just 3 points in that quarter. 24-21 after 3, underway here in the fourth. Eshelman down low, Wood and one. Chance to tie it up right now. Shot no good, but it's a 1-point game. On the other end, long one missed. Tipped up, and foul's going on Southeast. They'll call it on Lexi Jacobson. Two quick ones on Southeast. There's a lead for the Knights. Up to Weiss. A minute and a second gone by here in the fourth. 24-23. Southeast clings to a 1-point lead. There's a 3-point shot up off the heel, and now Southeast has gone cold out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Lady Trojans up a point. Low scoring one here tonight. So Southeast to inbound underneath their own basket. Reaching by Torrey. Here's a 3-point shot. Line drive up and good. Maddie Harris with 5. It's a 4-point game again. Douglas for 3 to answer on the other end. Strong. And the rebound taken by Roar and by Southeast. About 2 minutes gone by here, fourth quarter. Southeast the lead and the ball. Up by 4. Knights had it down to 1 a moment ago. Up top for 3, another one good. And that was the last Trojan without a point of the 5 starters, and now Jacobson 3, the lead all of a sudden back up to 7. There's lead for the Knights. Between the rings. Now Lee to answer, that'll miss, but the offensive rebound taken down by Torrey, and a whistle. They'll call the tie up. Possession arrow goes to Sacred Heart. Quick inbounds in the corner. Weiss missed it. Eshelman tried to tap that rebound back to herself, could not. So then the Trojans up 7. Not quite 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Whoa, some oohs and ahs here from the Sacred Heart faithful right in front of me. But Lee just running. Draws the foul. It's going to go on Lexi Jacobson, rather, her 4th. That sit checking back in for the Lady Trojans will be Sutton Douglas. Or no, I take that back. Actually, yeah, it will be. And also back in, Addison Roar's going to check in for Jacobson. Into Douglas. Under 5 to go here in the game. Both teams 3 and 2. There's a shot by Lee in the corner. Missed, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Sacred Heart. .4:53 to play. Fourth quarter. First game of 2 here tonight from Southeast. Into Weiss. Kicked out Lee. Thought about 3 for a moment there. Now Torrey. Back to Lee. Lost the handle. Weiss picks it back up. There's Eshelman. Open for 3. Corner missed. And a tie up and another jump ball. This time it should be Lady Trojan ball, and it will be. Four and a half to play in the game. Trojans, after the Knights, have got the lead down from 13 all the way to 1. A couple of threes has made it a quick 7-point lead for the Trojans, and we've been at a stalemate ever since. Comes Richards back into the game for Torrey for Sacred Heart. Trojans ball with a 7-point advantage. Back out high with it. Maddie Harris. Left side Douglas. Eshelman on her, now back out high again. There's a reach in by Weiss, 1-on-2. And the Sacred Heart crowd wanted the intentional foul. But it will be, well, the foul's going to be called on Patacek. Her second personal, fourth on the team. So Southeast without a foul to give. Has been talking about it off and on that the new rule, and as far as fouls concerned, instead of a 10 foul limit after a half, shot up and missing by Richards will put her on the line. 5 per quarter. That was the 5th on the Trojans. The Knights rung up for just 1 here in the quarter. The second beyond the midpoint with 3:59 left. Boy, these foul shots. Second free throw is up. Missed them both. Like a couple of tough misses for the Knights on that exchange. Southeast, we'll see if they try and burn some clock at all, but they won't have a chance to right now. So Douglas across the timeline. Back to the near side, Lee. Driving, kicked out, and a foul away from the ball. But the Knights need big free throws here, especially with the clock stopped. Just over 3.5 to go in the game, and golden opportunity to get back in this one. They missed their last 3. And Weiss around the horn, telling her teammates, telling each teammate something around the way, but well, there's 4 in a row missed by the Knights here in the 4th, and 3.5 remains. And we're still at a stalemate, 30-23. Up again, Patacek, back to the wing right. Patacek again in left side, top of the key, and now run some clock. There's a runner that will not go for Roar. 3 minutes to go now. A nice pass in there, and another tie-up. And again, the Sacred Heart faithful not throw with the call. There comes Torrey back in, along with Getz as Richards and Lee will sit. 2:54 to go, 4th quarter. Trojans 23, and the Trojans, I should say 30 rather. Knights 23, long one. Another long miss by Weiss for the Knights. A nice backdoor pass up and good. Patacek with the basket and a timeout called by the Knights. Boy, to get all the way back as close as they did, and now struggling to back down by 9, the Knights, 32-23. Back after a break, you're listening and watching the Sacred Heart basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Everyone at Vernon Jewelers would like to thank you for coming into the store and celebrating our 139th anniversary. We'd like to remind you the holiday season is not far away. Shop now and get those great holiday gift ideas for that special someone or special occasion. We can custom order and find that unique to you piece, so stop in. Our service shop is ready to serve you and take care of anything you may need from repair to cleaning. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where it's the little things that matter since 1884.
And welcome back to southeast of Saline. It's the Lady Trojans hosting the Lady Knights. As we said, a couple of league rivals, a couple of county rivals here in Salina and Saline County. .241 to play. It's an 8-0 run by the Trojans, as the Knights earlier in the quarter and going back to the 3rd quarter, down by as many as 13, had to lead down to 1. And an 8-0 run from that point on has put Southeast back up by 9 in the waning moments here, just 2.5 to play. Knights need to get on the run. Weiss for three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound back to Southeast, and now they can burn a little clock here should they choose to do so. Big lead. Foul situation on the Knights side, but the clock definitely on the Lady Trojans side. The three-point shot by Douglas. That'll miss. And knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Sacred Heart. 2:01 to play. So inbounding will be Weiss. 2:01 up top to Douglas. Right lane line, off glass, up. That'll go. Douglas with 6. The Knights break the run. Still down 3 possessions, down by 7, 32-25. Minute 45 to play in regulation. See if the Knights have one more run left in them to narrow this gap. And now where the Southeast Lady Trojans weaving a bit, playing a little catch around the perimeter and milking some clock, now down to a minute 20. 1:15, 1:14. And there's a whistle and a traveling violation. So again, Knights will get it back. But boy, how big would those 4 free throws have been a little earlier on that we'd be a 1-possession game right now, but the Knights still 1 minute to go. Out high, gets, ball fake there. Boy, and there she, tough one, gets, tried to hold that pivot foot as long as she could and just lost the balance. 54.9 to go. And Southeast. And now for the Knights, they can't even, they've got 3 fouls to give, so they can't even foul to put Southeast on the free throw line. They've got, well, Southeast calls a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 30-second timeout, back after a break. You're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Back once again to the Southeast Gym. Adam Coulter and Avery Cadle on the broadcast. 42.9 to go. Knights down by 7. Time of the essence. And reaching, well, nearly stolen by Addie Lee. Still a 7-point game. Well, the Knights could draw a couple of fouls here. It'd be huge. Let's try and chip away at this late lead by the Trojans. And they're just playing keep away now, are the Lady Trojans. And there's a reaching and a foul. Still just the second team foul on the Knights. Foul's going to go on Weiss. Just her first. Second on the team. 31.5 to go now, and there's another foul that'll go on Eshelman. Third team foul, but we're at 30 seconds to go in the game. .7, another foul call. That's 4. So now with none to give. 27.7 to go, inbound. And more clock coming off that, or more time coming off that clock, I should say. 23.2 to go, and now to the free throw line is going to be Brielle Potacek, excuse me. And the first free throw up, and no good. Well, obviously what you want if you're a Knight fan, but clock getting away from the Knights here. Just 23.2 to go. That one's good. Potacek with 5. Here comes Sacred Heart back down the floor. It's Weiss. Long three is up, short. And that's about going to do it. Boy, another tie up as it's Harris for Southeast. And the final seconds are going to tick away here. Well, 6.3, another foul coming. And this will just about do it. Potacek back to the line. That's the both teams over the limit now, and free throw up and good by Potacek. As Southeast is going to get the first win in this series. Second one up and good, and that should about do it. Final seconds. And knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knights, just 2.5 to go. Knights came all the way back from down 13 to within 1, but that's going to do it. Final score, Trojans win it by 10, 35-25 as we'll come back. Post game after this break, you're listening and watching to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Maury Clinic is pleased to welcome obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Mariah Jones. Dr. Jones is a Salina area native and is excited to return to her roots and care for the women of north central Kansas. She completed medical school and residency at the University of Kansas School of Medicine. Dr. Jones is joining Drs. Knox, Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, and Roche at Maury Women's Clinic in Salina. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Jones by calling 785-827-7261 or visit MauryClinic.com to learn why you matter more at Maury.
Hometown Disposal is a locally owned and operated waste hauling company offering residential and commercial trash service. Hometown Disposal offers front load, roll off, and rear load disposal bins for all your waste hauling needs. Let Hometown Disposal assist you with all your daily, weekend, or seasonal cleanup jobs. Hometown Disposal offers waste disposal options that are simple, affordable, and stress-free. Hometown Disposal is the right choice for families, local business owners, and general contractors. Contact Hometown Disposal, Salina's premier waste hauling solution.
Looking to take the next step in your career? Consider an MBA from Kansas Wesleyan. You can complete the program fully online in as little as 1 year, and your last class is free. Want to be a part of one of the region's fastest growing universities? Visit kwu.edu/MBA today. That's kwu.edu/MBA.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart Basketball. As you're watching and listening to it here tonight on a Monday evening right before Christmas, 7 days out from Christmas. Do want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us here at Eagle Communications. Adam Coulter and Avery Cadle on the broadcast. Got both crews out. I mentioned it a bit earlier. Devin Haney has the Southeast broadcast, and myself, Adam Coulter and Avery Cadle here with the Sacred Heart broadcast as well. A couple of different streams, so we're glad you're listening to us and glad to be bringing you high school basketball here from Salina and Saline County with two league rivals, two county rivals in southeast of Saline and Sacred Heart. Final score of our girls game, once again 35-25, really a tough one for the Knights tonight. 11-8 after one, a close first quarter, but the Southeast Lady Trojans hold the Knights to a single free throw in the second and take a 12-point lead into the locker room at halftime. They lead it 21-9 at that point. They go up by as many as 13 in the third quarter, but the Knights cut it all the way back to 1. But then another run, an 8-0 run by Southeast, put the Knights back behind the 8 ball one more time, and only 4 points by the Knights in that final quarter. As 11-8 after 1, 21-9 at halftime, 24-21 in a close one after 3. But ultimately, the victory is going to go to the home team tonight, Southeast of Saline, as these two teams will play once again. And this time, well, that time it will be in Salina at Sacred Heart coming up in 2024 in the new year. 35-25, the girls' final. Scoring numbers for the Knights: 9 points for Katie Weiss, 6 by Skylar Douglas, and 10 points from Avery Eshelman, co-leader in the game. Also 10 by Addison Rohr to lead Southeast, 7 by Brielle Potacek, 5 off the bench by Regan Duran, 5 more by Maddie Harris, 4 off the bench from Sutton Douglas, 3 by Lexi Jacobson, and 2 more by Abigail Pearson for the Lady Trojans. And the Trojans now go to 4-2 on the season. They're 2-0 already in the NCAA League standings. Meanwhile, the Knights fall to 3-3, and they are 0-1 in league play here early on in the 2023-2024 season. We'll take another break, come back and shift gears to the boys game coming up, Southeast and Sacred Heart one more time when we come back. Again, the girls' final, Southeast wins it by 10, 35-25, in a low-scoring one here tonight. We'll come back after a break as you're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
It's the holidays, the most glorious time of the year. Friends and family coming to your home to celebrate with dinner, drinks, and that terrible, horrendous smell. What is that? That is your septic system backing up into your home and making your holiday stink. If you haven't had your septic system pumped out and cleaned in the last 3 years, you're asking for trouble. Call Salina Septic Service today, and we will make sure your holiday is jolly and bright. Salina Septic Service, wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and worry-free holiday season.
It's the holiday season, and that means holiday gifts for you from Saline Medical Aesthetics. Now through the end of the year, purchase 1 syringe of filler and get 10 units of Botox as your holiday gift. Cruise into winter with the SME Brighten and Tighten Laser Package. 4 dye VL and 4 clear lift treatments for face and neck. Just $2,500. Botox is also 10% off. Treat yourself or those you love with specials and gift cards from Saline Medical Aesthetics. See more online with social media and SalinaMedAesthetics.org.
Everyone at Vernon Jewelers would like to thank you for coming into the store and celebrating our 139th anniversary. We'd like to remind you the holiday season is not far away. Shop now and get those great holiday gift ideas for that special someone or special occasion. We can custom order and find that unique to you piece, so stop in. Our service shop is ready to serve you and take care of anything you may need from repair to cleaning. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where it's the little things that matter since 1884.
Back to Sacred Heart basketball.
And welcome back to Sacred Heart basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. A Monday night doubleheader here, the last week before the holiday break. I mentioned a little earlier on, a lot of folks here, a lot of the alumni back for both of these schools. Kids back from college and a lot of folks here. There's folks from Southeast here, from Sacred Heart here. There's also folks from Salina, seen a couple of Salina South caps and shirts here as well. So we've got folks out here for high school basketball from different parts and different schools in Salina. So just a fun atmosphere for high school ball here this evening. Good one in the first one, or good game in the first to open things up, I should say, but Knights fall by 10 in that one. The boys will try and get the split here for Sacred Heart, as they'll be Southeast of Saline taking on Sacred Heart. As the Sacred Heart Knights come into this one with a record of 6-0. We'll check that, 5-0 I should say. And their first league game coming up. Meanwhile, Southeast comes up with a record of 2-3. And they are 0-1 in the league as they fell in a close one against Beloit at home back on December 8th. That final score there, 44-40, but the Southeast Trojans 2-3 overall, 0-1 in the NCAA league. Meanwhile, Sacred Heart 5-0 overall, and this is their first league game of the young season. Sacred Heart guys out on the floor. Southeast was a moment ago. Team's warming up, but Southeast has gone back to the locker room for the moment and getting set for what should be a good boys game. And now Sacred Heart going to their locker room as well. So the court empty for the moment as we'll take another break, and we'll come back with the starters and get you set for the tip-off of this one. Game number 2 coming up shortly, as we will have the boys in action with Southeast of Saline hosting Sacred Heart. And you're watching, listening to Sacred Heart basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC. APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Maury Clinic is pleased to welcome obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Mariah Jones. Dr. Jones is a Salina area native and is excited to return to her roots and care for the women of North Central Kansas. She completed medical school and residency at the University of Kansas School of Medicine. Dr. Jones is joining Drs. Knox, Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, and Roche at Maury Women's Clinic in Salina. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Jones by calling 785-827-7261 or visit MauryClinic.com to learn why you matter more at Maury.
You're listening to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to the Southeast of Saline Gym. Adam Coulter and Avery Cato on the broadcast this evening. Second of 2 getting set to kick off here, about 3 minutes on the clock as we get set for boys action now. It'll be the 2-3 Southeast of Saline Trojans, as I mentioned, 0-1 in the league thus far with a close loss to Beloit last week. And meanwhile, It'll be Sacred Heart coming in 5-0, and this is their first league game of the young season. Starters here tonight for this one. First of all, for Southeast of Saline, Gannon Jacobson's going to start tonight, a 6'1" sophomore, 10.4 points per game, 3.8 rebounds. Owen Bailey, leading scorer for the Trojans, 6'1" junior, 13.5 points and 2.5 rebounds per game. Connor Castleman, 4 points and 2.5 rebounds per game. He's a 6-foot senior. Daniel Kerr, a 6-foot senior as well, 8.5 points and 2.5 rebounds. And Brenton Leeds, 8.5 points and 6.5 rebounds, a leading rebounder for Southeast. He's a 6'5" senior. So Brenton Leeds, Daniel Kerr, Connor Castleman, Owen Bailey, and Gannon Jacobson to start tonight for Southeast of Saline. Meanwhile, for Sacred Heart, they will start Michael Matucci, 5'9" senior guard for Sacred Heart, also tonight starting. Be Evan Bogart, 6'3" senior forward, and Jet Samuelson, a forward, 6'2" and a senior. Max Ehrlich, leading scorer for the Knights, a guard at 6 foot. He's also a senior, and Jason Mars, another senior, 6'3", another forward for Sacred Heart. All seniors starting tonight for Sacred Heart. As again, it's Michael Matucci, Evan Bogart, Jet Samuelson, Max Ehrlich, and Jason Mars starting here for the Knights. Brian Gormley, the head coach of Sacred Heart. And meanwhile, it is Bryson Flax, head coach for Southeast of Saline. One more quick break, and we'll come back with the opening tap. This is Sacred Heart basketball on Salina Post, presented by Orthopedic Sports and Health Medicine.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital, your voice, your choice.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back once again to Sacred Heart basketball here from Southeast of Saline. Trojans hosting the Knights, and our boys game, the starters being announced here in the gym. And once again, starting here tonight for Southeast, it'll be Gannon Jacobson, Owen Bailey, Connor Castleman, Daniel Kerr, and Brenton Leeds for Southeast. And for Sacred Heart, Michael Matucci, Evan Bogart, Jet Samuelson, Max Ehrlich, and Jason Mars, as the Knights 5-0, Southeast 2-3. Just about set for action here in this one. Again, the Knights in the road blues. And for Southeast in the home whites. So again, as you look at it across the way from us, comes Sacred Heart out onto the floor. And it's going to be Max, or rather I take that back, it's going to be Evan Bogart to jump center for Sacred Heart. Brenton Leeds will jump for Southeast, and taken by the Trojans. As you view it across the way from us, right to left, go the Trojans. There's a three-point shot from the corner, up, missed. Rebound Mars for Sacred Heart, off to Matucci. Well, Matucci really struggled back in that last game against Berean Academy on the road. Hopefully a bigger scoring night for him. But shot up, a little wild there by Bogart, but so each team, a quick one and done down the floor, and we are scoreless 40 seconds into this one. Near side three ball from the wing left, that's gonna miss, and a foul called. Gonna call on Michael Matucci, one quick one for the Knights, just 45 seconds in. Southeast ball underneath their own basket. Into the corner. One versus one, that's Owen Bailey and Michael Matucci for their respective teams. Shot, left hand, no good. Rebound to Bogart one more time for the Knights. Now Samuelson, entry pass, Mars, turnaround, missed it. Tipped around and taken by Southeast. Nice save by Daniel Kerr for the Trojans. A minute 10 gone by. Pull-up shot from the right side, short. Rebound Matucci for the Knights. Quickly in transition, Matucci stops there. Ehrlich for three, left hand shot, no good. And the rebound again, back to the Trojans. Connor Castleman now across the timeline. There's a long three from the right wing, that one's good. Owen Bailey with three. And the lead is 3-0 early. We played about a minute 40 in this first quarter of the second game of the night here, as the boys just underway here from Southeast, I should say. Bogart, Matucci in the lane, stops there, kicked out. Ehrlich for three again. That one's also going to miss. Offensive rebound to Samuelson. Now Mars, too strong there. Might have got a little contact there on the shot on the way up. Down the floor, and there's a walk by Jacobson. And there you hear the Sacred Heart crowd, the Sacred Heart fans, the student section, I should say. Ehrlich one more time across the timeline. 5:45 to go here in the first. 3-0 Trojans. Early on here in this one. Nice pass, Matucci kicked out. Ehrlich in the corner, into the lane, kicked out again. Out high is Samuelson. Bounce pass. Turn around by Mars. Shot good. Mars makes it a 3-2 game. Southeast with the ball and the 1-point lead. 5:20 left first quarter. On the other end for three. That's going to miss. Offensive rebound underneath. As Kerr got it up. Missed the shot but drew a foul. It's 5:13 to go first quarter. Kerr to shoot. First foul on Evan Bogart. Second team, first free throw good. Kerr's got one, the lead's 4-2. Second free throw up. A lot of southpaws, a lot of left-handed shooters in this one. Sacred Heart, been seeing them with the lefties all year, but a lot of left-handed shooters. That's Samuelson. Thought that was Luca for a moment. Pass kicked out of bounds, and Southeast going to take possession. Brian Gormley barking out the defense from the sideline and the bench. 4:50 left first quarter. 4-2 Trojans have led throughout. 3-0 and now 4-2. Back between the rings is Kerr. Kerr spinning. Puts it up short. Rebound to Ehrlich. 4.5 to go in the first. 4-2. Knights can take the lead with a three on this possession. Matucci. Ball tapped a couple of times into the hands of Bogart in the lane. Knifes his way to the basket, ties it at 4. Just shy of the midpoint of the opening period. 4-4 deadlock. Near side three from the wing, up, missed. Rebound Matucci for the Knights. Knights with numbers down the floor now. Out of bounds, and boy, Sacred Heart thought, and they're making the motion are the players, as here comes Luca Adami in for Michael Matucci. Knights thought it got tipped, but referees call goes the other way. Past the midpoint now, there's Luca Adami on the ball carrier. On the ball, that's Daniel Kerr. Ty Jacobson. There's Castleman, the drive, left low block, missed it. And the rebound goes to Jason Mars and Sacred Heart. 3.5 to play in the first. 4-4 tie, and all alone, Samuelson. Right side off glass and good. Samuelson with 2, Bogart with 2, Mars with 2, and the Knights lead 6-4. 3:15 to play, opening quarter. Knights and Trojans here on a Monday night. Reach in, nearly picked away by Adami. Tipped up, out of bounds. It'll stay with Southeast. But boy, right in front of that Sacred Heart student section, right in the ear of Jacobson and Southeast. Now Bailey. Back to Jacobson now. Lob down low, off glass, up and good. Leads his first 2, are tied at 6. Back and forth we go. Second tie of the game at 4, and now at 6. Comes Ehrlich across the timeline. They're the wing. Left side. Drive there. Stops the drive. Out now driving as Adami, kick back to the elbow. Ehrlich. Now Samuelson. Mars. He'll drive right side. And he walked. Tried to knife his way to the basket and took an extra step doing so. So the score remains 6-6. Trojans with the ball back. A couple of ties, but the lead has been with the Trojans throughout, other than the ties. Up top, Jacobson. Grady Gebhardt out there now for Southeast with the ball. Bounce pass out high. Jacobson. 2 minutes left. First quarter. And it's a cliche despite the records of these two. 5-0 come in the Knights. There's a backdoor cut off the glass. Good and one. 8-6 and a chance for a third point the old-fashioned way. I started to say Sacred Heart 5-0, Southeast 2-3, but always an adventure when these two teams get together, home or away, here at Southeast or back in Salina. That was the first personal foul on Mars. The and one free throw is short. Rebound goes to Bogart. Matucci back in there for the Knights. 1:45 to play, opening quarter. 8-6, Trojans by 2 again. There's Ehrlich. Beyond the arc, right side, driving. Dumps a pass down low, Samuelson up. Can't get that one to go, rebound. And possession taken back by Southeast. A long three is missed. Rebound Ehrlich, so a one and done that offensive series. Whoa! And there's a traveling violation. And the entire Knights section over here. If that wasn't rung up as a travel, that might have been interesting. Checking into the game now is Omar Calzada. And it goes to Adami for Sacred Heart. $1:15 to go first quarter. Driving, kicked out for 3. Bogart got it. That gives the Knights their first lead. Bogart with 5. And from distance, he makes it a 9-8 game. 1 minute left now in the first. Driving, double team, low block, shot good. Kerr with 3. And now we're seesawing as the Trojans go back up by a point after the Knights had just taken a 1-point lead there first at 9-8, now 10-9. 40 seconds left in the first. Another relatively low-scoring game, as the girls' one was, but despite the, at least for the moment, the low-scoring output, been noisy to say the least here in the gym, here at Southeast. So Adami in the center circle, they're right near it. 15 seconds left, playing for one. As we roll down to 10 seconds, and there's a reach in, there's a foul call. And that's going to go on Kirby Davis, who's checked in for Southeast. That'll be his first. And that'll be the third against the, or no, check that, the second against the Trojans. So the fouls are going to be insignificant here in the quarter. Ehrlich is 7. There's Ehrlich for 3, it's short. Tip back up, Samuelson got it back. Matucci for 3 at the horn. Got it! 3 from Matucci, and the Knights lead by 2 after 1. 12-10 Knights. You're listening to Night Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
It's the holiday season, and that means holiday gifts for you from Salina Medical Aesthetics. Now through the end of the year, purchase 1 syringe of filler and get 10 units of Botox as your holiday gift. Cruise into winter with the SME Brighten and Tighten Laser Package. 4 dye VL and 4 clear lift treatments for face and neck. Just $2,500. Botox is also 10% off. Treat yourself or those you love with specials and gift cards from Salina Medical Aesthetics. See more online with social media and salinamedesthetics.org.
It's the holidays, the most glorious time of the year. Friends and family coming to your home to celebrate with dinner, drinks, and that terrible, horrendous smell. What is that? That is your septic system backing up into your home and making your holiday stink. If you haven't had your septic system pumped out and cleaned in the last 3 years, you're asking for trouble. Call Salina Septic Service today, and we will make sure your holiday is jolly and bright. Salina Septic Service, wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and worry-free holiday season.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart Basketball. As you're watching and listening to it here on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. I try not to fall out of my chair. Underway in the second, a 3-point basket at the horn of the first puts the Knights on top. By a point does Michael Matucci. It's 12, or by 2 rather, I should say. There's Matucci again, but the runner is missed. And Southeast with the ball back down a couple. It's 12-10. 30 seconds gone by. There's Jacobson. And he stepped on, well, either stepped on the baseline or dribbled it on the baseline, but either way, it's turnover now as Will Tuttle's checked into the game for the Knights. Into Luca Adami, Ehrlich, Bogart, and Matucci still out there as the 3 starters of the 5 for the Knights. Quick pass to Tuttle in the corner, 3-ball, missed. And the rebound taken by Castleman, back to Southeast, down 2. Opening minute, second quarter now, drive on the left side and tripping, and they call it traveling violation. That's Kirby Davis. Ball back to the Knights with the lead, and now possession once again. So Southeast turns it over, and it goes from Tuttle to Adami. Minute gone by here in the second. Adami, right side, kicked out to Ehrlich. Thought about a 3 there. Now Adami again. Left lane line, driving to the basket. Left hand off glass and good. So there's the first bench points for the Knights. And now out of bounds. Advantage Sacred Heart. So much of the first quarter, Southeast found themselves on top. Pendulum swung a bit here early in the second. There's Tuttle, give and go. Ehrlich kicked out. Matucci for three. Shot short and out of bounds, and it's going to be Southeast ball. Out there on the floor for Southeast. The five starters are back out there again as it's Jacobson, Bailey, Castleman, Kerr, and Leeds for the Knights. Adami in there just tipped it out of bounds. Adami and Tuttle out there. Will Tuttle along with Ehrlich, Matucci, and Bogart. 6:10 to play. Second quarter. Knights by 4. Reach in. Matucci with a steal. And a foul's going to be called. Not a bad foul there it's only the first in the quarter. It prevents a fast break basket by Matucci, or at least an attempt at one. 14-10. Couple minutes gone by here in the second. Here's Adami, right side, lost the handle and nearly got, reached in, tried to steal it back, but Adami's going to be called for the foul. First personal foul. First team foul on the Knights here in the quarter. Kerr across the timeline. Between the rings leads. Around the arc it goes now. Backdoor pass. Spinning, kicked out, top of the key. Ball fake there. Now a three-point shot up. Good. Owen Bailey had a 3 in the first, a 3 in the second for a half dozen. That cuts the Knights lead down from 4-1. 14-13 Sacred Heart. Bogart driving right side up off the glass short. Rebound back to Leeds and back to Southeast now. Jacobson driving. Kerr, a little floater, missed it. Rebound Matucci, back to the Knights one more time. To the wing, entry pass, tipped out of bounds, nice play. As Matucci tried to lob it down low to Bogart, tipped out of bounds by Leeds. Checking back in for the Knights, Jason Mars, also Jet Samuelson. As checking out will be Adami, and also Bogart for the blue and gold. Quick inbound, Will Tuttle. Will Tuttle, here's Matucci. To the corner. Now Bogart spinning in the lane. Got it blocked right back to him though. Got the possession right back. Tuttle for three. And Tuttle hits. Will Tuttle, another three. And the lead is 4 again. 17-13. 4.5 to play before halftime. Out high with it now. Kerr one more time from Jacobson. Making some noise are the Sacred Heart student section. Castleman back to the left wing. Leeds. Back to the near side once again. Double team there. Bailey. Shot from Jacobson up and good. There's three back, so they're trading threes. Knights got the first two to go 14-10, and they've been trading threes. The last three scoring plays. Mars for three on the other end. Boy, just a friendly little shooter's touch there off the front iron, kind of sat there. Finally decided it wanted to fall through. He's got 5, the lead 4 again. 2016, I should say. 3:21 and counting here. Second quarter, there's a lob in the back door that's going to miss, and a foul's going to be called on the Knights. It's going to go on Samuelson, I should say, for the Knights. It's Jets' first personal. Just the second team foul on the Knights here in the quarter. Inbound out high. Jacobson to Bailey. And back beyond the arc. Kerr with the left hand. Lost the handle, it looked like. Kick back out, top of the key for three. Shot up off the heel. High rebound, Matucci. And quickly down the floor, left side to Tuttle, driving the baseline. Kick back out, Matucci in the corner. Matucci back to Tuttle, open three again. Shot missed, and the rebound taken back by Castleman, back to the Trojans. On the other end now, in the lane. Shot up, off glass, and good by Leeds. He's got 6, and the lead is cut in half to 2. 2018 Sacred Heart by a pair. 2:22 to go here in quarter number 2. Ehrlich, Matucci, right corner on the baseline. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Sacred Heart. Or what? Oh, no, it won't. And Southeast going to call a quick 30-second timeout. We will take it as well. Knights 20, Trojans 18. You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball. You're watching and listening to us here on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
It's the holiday season, and that means holiday gifts for you from Saline Medical Aesthetics. Now through the end of the year, purchase 1 syringe of filler and get 10 units of Botox as your holiday gift. Cruise into winter with the SME Brighten and Tighten Laser Package. 4 dye VL and 4 clear lift treatments for face and neck. Just $2,500. Botox is also 10% off. Treat yourself or those you love with specials and gift cards from Salina Medical Aesthetics. See more online with social media and salinamedesthetics.org.
Welcome back to night basketball here as the Sacred Heart Knights on top of the Southeast of Saline Trojans here in the boys game. 2 minutes plus to go before halftime. It's 2018. And now down to an even 2 minutes to go before halftime. Out high. And now Matucci takes it away, up off glass, good and one. So it's a 4-point lead, and the Knights with a free throw could take their big lead of the game at 5. 22-18 for the moment. And Matucci now, it's his only other basket other than the 3 to end the first quarter at the horn. So Matucci looking for 6. And the Knights lead pushed to 5, and it rims off. So the lead still 2-possession game. 4-point lead, 22-18. Knights by 4, $1:45 to go before halftime. Castleman up high leads. Here's Kerr on the wing. Top of the key, turnaround 3 short, and the rebound taken by Will Tuttle. Tuttle, Mars, Adami, Samuelson, and Matucci for the Knights. 1:20 left before halftime. Adami, and he walked. No, he double dribbled. Out there for Southeast. Starting 5 out there again with Jacobson, Bailey, Castleman, Kerr, and Leeds. Two fists in the air. The offensive call from the bench, and drive and a shot missing off the glass. Head coach of Southeast, Bryson Blacks. The elbow left side, Matucci. Dumped off to Adami in the lane. Shot short, offensive rebound. Samuelson, put back good. The lead is 6. Samuelson with 4. Interesting note here. Late in the first half, the leading scorer for the Knights, Max Ehrlich, is the one starter without a point. Ahead to Samuelson off the glass with the left hand up and good. The lead is 8. Samuelson with 6. 26-18. Final 15. That's thrown away as well, right into the Sacred Heart student section and into the hands of head coach of the Knights, Ryan Gormley. So the Knights now 14.8 to get one more shot off. Ehrlich checks back in, as does Bogart, for the starting 5 out there for Sacred Heart. Actually, I take that back. All 5 are out there. Ehrlich, Mars, Matucci, Samuelson, and Bogart. Final 6 seconds ticking away. Matucci again with it. In the quarter, up, good again. So he's beat the horn both quarters, and after 2, the Knights up by 10 here at the break. We'll take a break. Come back with halftime, give you the scoring numbers and more after this. You're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Maury Clinic is pleased to welcome obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Mariah Jones. Dr. Jones is a Salina area native and is excited to return to her roots and care for the women of North Central Kansas. She completed medical school and residency at the University of Kansas School of Medicine. Dr. Jones is joining Drs. Knox, Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, and Roche at Maury Women's Clinic in Salina. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Jones by calling 785-827-7261 or visit MauryClinic.com to learn why you matter more at Maury.
Hometown Disposal is a locally owned and operated waste hauling company offering residential and commercial trash service. Hometown Disposal offers front load, roll off, and rear load disposal bins for all your waste hauling needs. Let Hometown Disposal assist you with all your daily, weekend, or seasonal cleanup jobs. Hometown Disposal offers waste disposal options that are simple, affordable, and stress-free. Hometown Disposal is the right choice for families, local business owners, and general contractors. Contact Hometown Disposal, Salina's premier waste hauling solution.
Looking to take the next step in your career? Consider an MBA from Kansas Wesleyan. You can complete the program fully online in as little as 1 year, and your last class is free. Want to be a part of one of the region's fastest growing universities? Visit kwu.edu/MBA today. That's kwu.edu/MBA.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart Basketball. You are watching and listening to it live here on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Thanks for joining us here this evening for what's always a fun rivalry. And, well, no different tonight. I know it's a cliche to say throw the records out the window, but it's more often than not, it seems like it is true. And again, I've said it again, some of the students back on holiday break from college and just being a week shy from Christmas and the holiday break. The high schoolers will be finishing up in the next couple of days as well here in the area. Got students here. You got a lot of purple across the way from where my vantage point, and then a lot of the blue and gold right here on the same side with me, right behind the scorers table. But makes for a fun high school basketball atmosphere, and something I look forward to this particular game between these two teams, or any game really, when you get it that close to Christmas, where you get the parents, the families, and again the alumni back, and always makes for a fun atmosphere. So here at halftime. That being said, it's been a good one. The Knights, though, went on a run to end the first half as it was 12-10 after one. The Southeast Trojans led the lion's share of the opening 8 minutes. But at the horn, the Knights down 9-8. Or check that rather. They were ahead 9-8. Southeast went up 10-9, and a three-point basket by Michael Matucci at the horn. And the first quarter gave the Knights a 12-10 lead that they have not relinquished since that point. Kept seesawing the early two-point basket in the second. Gave the Knights a 4-point lead, then three-pointers back and forth. Seesawed the lead from 1 to 4 and back again. And then the Knights kept on rolling as they outscore Southeast. As they explode for 16 in the second quarter, they outscore Southeast 16-8 to extend what was a 2-point lead after one to a 10-point lead here at the halftime break. 28-18 Sacred Heart by 10, scoring in the game. And I mentioned, interesting little tidbit, Max Ehrlich, the leading scorer for the Knights. 6 Knights have scored, 4 starters and 2 off the bench, and Max Ehrlich is not one of them. The only Knight thus far without a point in the game, and he's been the leading scorer for the Knights here on the young season, but been out there working his tail off just like usual. And that's something I've talked with head coach Brian Gormley about, just the Knights very unselfish, and ultimately they don't care who's got the points, they care who's got the win. So right now the Knights looking promising for win number 6 out of 6 here on the young year. 7 points for Michael Matucci, leading all scorers. He had 3 at the end of the first quarter at the buzzer, 2 more at the end of the second quarter in the waning moments for 7 to lead the Knights. 6 for Jet Samuelson, 5 apiece from Jason Mars and Evan Bogart, and also Luca Adami, 2 off the bench, and Will Tuttle with a 3 off the bench in that second quarter. 16-point second quarter for the 28-18 Knight advantage here at the break. 18 thus far for Southeast. They're led. Owen Bailey with 3, or actually Owen Bailey 2 threes, I should say, 1 in the first and 1 in the second quarter. Owen Bailey with a half dozen. Brenton Leeds 6 more. Gannon Jacobson with 3, and Daniel Kerr with 3. So no bench points to speak of for the Trojans as of yet. 4 of their 5 starters also in the scorebook as well. But the most important numbers, the biggest numbers, 28-18, as Sacred Heart leads it by 10 here as we inch closer to the second half. And we will take another break and get you set for the start of the third quarter after this. You're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
It's the holidays, the most glorious time of the year. Friends and family coming to your home to celebrate with dinner, drinks, and that terrible, horrendous smell. What is that? That is your septic system backing up into your home and making your holiday stink. If you haven't had your septic system pumped out and cleaned in the last 3 years, you're asking for trouble. Call Salina Septic Service today, and we will make sure your holiday is jolly and bright. Salina Septic Service, wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and worry-free holiday season.
It's the holiday season, and that means holiday gifts for you from Saline Medical Aesthetics. Now through the end of the year, purchase 1 syringe of filler and get 10 units of Botox as your holiday gift. Cruise into winter with the SME Brighten and Tighten Laser Package. 4 dye VL and 4 clear lift treatments for face and neck. Just $2,500. Botox is also 10% off. Treat yourself or those you love with specials and gift cards from Salina Medical Aesthetics. See more online with social media and salinamedesthetics.org.
Everyone at Vernon Jewelers would like to thank you for coming into the store and celebrating our 139th anniversary. We'd like to remind you the holiday season is not far away. Shop now and get those great holiday gift ideas for that special someone or special occasion. We can custom order and find that unique to you piece, so stop in. Our service shop is ready to serve you and take care of anything you may need from repair to cleaning. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where it's the little things that matter since 1884.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
And we are back. Waning seconds ticking away as we get set for the start of the second half. Sacred Heart by 10. Southeast is going to take the opening possession here in the third quarter. Starting five back on the floor for both squads. Jacobson, Bailey, Castleman, Karen, Leeds for Southeast. For the Knights, Matucci, Bogart, Samuelson, Ehrlich, and Mars. And we are underway here in quarter number 3. And good Lord willing, my voice holds up for 2 more quarters. And now as you view it across the way, Southeast going right to left. Southeast left, or Sacred Heart rather, left to right. We're going to be on the arc now. Drive and kicked out for 3, up, missed, rebound to Ehrlich, off the miss by Jacobson, and it's Owen Bailey hobbling a little bit as Grady Gebhardt's going to check in for him. Like Bailey might have went back to the locker room momentarily. Samuelson, give and go Ehrlich. Ehrlich, Matucci beyond the three-point arc. Mars in the lane, turnaround shot off the glass, missed it. And the rebound goes to Southeast. A little over a minute gone by third quarter. Same as it was after 2. 28-18 Knights. Tipped out of bounds off Mars. It'll stay with Southeast. Quick inbound to Leeds. Leeds on the wing, across the arc. Gebhardt with it now on the wing. Back up top, Leeds for 3 from the top of the key, missed. Rebound Matucci with another one. 90 seconds gone by here in the third. Bogart to Samuelson, now Mars. Matucci between the rings. Matucci to Ehrlich, all 5 guys a hand on it. Bogart turning, shot short. Rebound Southeast. 2 minutes gone by here in this third quarter, and neither team has managed a point yet. To the left side, there's a long 3, that's short. Boy, and right in the face of Ehrlich. And that's going to go on Southeast. That's going to be a foul called on Daniel Kerr. First team foul of the quarter as Kirby Douglas is going to check in once again for Southeast. And checking out is going to be Grady Gebhardt. So the Knights ball one more time. That was the second personal on Kerr. And again, just the first team foul of this third quarter for either team. Matucci, right side to Mars for 3 in the corner. Got it. And Mars starts the third quarter off with a 3. He's got 8. And the lead now up to 13 for the Knights. 31-18. The Knights in a heartbreaker in the girls' game. The boys trying to get the split here in the nightcap. Shot up, out of bounds. No foul call. but it's out of bounds. And back to Southeast once again with 5:04 to go, third quarter. 31-18. Left side and a drive, and Castleman has it punched from behind, knocked out of bounds again. 1 second beyond the 5-minute mark here, third quarter. Out high in the inbound. Thought about a three for a second there. Did Davis. Back between the rings now. Kerr, left side. And a traveling violation called on Kirby Davis. 4:48 to go, third quarter. The Knights with the ball back. And up to a 13-point lead. And the Knights looking for more. Ehrlich and Castleman doing battle. Reach in. Samuelson's on the floor now. A tie-up or jump ball. Possession arrow. 2. Sacred Heart. 4.5 to play in the third. Matucci trying to get it in. Quickly goes to Bogart rather. Knocked around, taken by Kerr for Southeast. Back down the floor quickly. Left side to the right, and that's an offensive foul. Gonna call Jacobson with the offensive foul. His first. Comes Walker Tuttle into the game for the first time. In for Mars. Knights still with the Baker's dozen advantage and possession of the basketball back. Here's Matucci. Left lane line now, nice pass to Samuelson. Low block right side, knocked out of bounds. That might have gone off Samuelson. Here comes Adami back to the scorer's table. It's going to come in for Samuelson, so it's Adami, Ehrlich, Bogart, Walker Tuttle, and Matucci to inbound for the blue and gold. Quick it goes into Bogart. Bogart looking for Matucci. Bounce pass, nice pass to Walker Tuttle, up and good. So Walker's got his first points. And now it's the 7th Knights who have scored. The lead, it's biggest it's been, 15 points. And there's a steal by Matucci. 2-on-2 down the floor, up to the basket, off glass, and good, and 1. Matucci with 9, looking for 10. 35-18 Knights by 17. Sam Knopf checking into the game for Southeast. As Castleman's going to take a breather. Free throw's good. Matucci with 10 points. Knights lead by 18, 36-18. There's another reach, another steal. This time it's Adami. Ahead of the pack, off the glass, up good. Another and 1. So Adami with 4 and a chance for 5. And the lead is up to 18. Well, no, that'd be 20. And there's the 2 on the scoreboard, 38-18. Adami the free throw. Missed it, tipped up, and Bogart right there to put it back up and in. Bogart with 7. His first points since the first quarter. And all of a sudden, the Knights are up 22, 40-18. And nearly thrown out of bounds now. Adami, another fast break to Matucci. Lost the handle. And a foul's going to be called. This time it'll be on Kirby Davis. Boy, and everything this quarter going right for the Knights and wrong for the Trojans. And this will be 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. 3:08 to play in the third. Boy, Sacred Heart up to a 22-point advantage. And now that I realize it, the Knights have scored 12. Southeast, we played not quite 5 minutes here in the third. Southeast has not scored in this quarter. Matucci with 10, Bogart 7, Samuelson 6, Mars with 8, Adami 4, Tuttle with 3, that's Will Tuttle with 3, and a Walker Tuttle with 2. Meanwhile, for Southeast, Bailey with 6 and Leeds with 6, Kerr 3 and Jacobson 3, but as I glance here at the score sheet, it was 28-18 at halftime, and the Knights on a 12-0 run, and going back to late in the first half, Matucci hit that last basket to end the first half as well, so the Knights, the run continues. There's another basket, good by Matucci. He's got 11. Second one up. Second one good. 42-18. 24-point game. And what a run here to start this third quarter to take what was a modest 10-point lead at halftime, and the Knights have blown it wide open. And there's an overthrown pass. Another turnover against Southeast, and it'll be Knight ball. 2:40 left, third quarter. There's Adami once again. Near corner to Ehrlich. Ehrlich trying to create a little space. Now Matucci. Bounce pass beyond the arc. Adami for 3. And that one missed. Pass down the floor, Knopf. Shot up and missing, rebound. Bogart dumped off to Matucci, and across the timeline quickly, Adami. Out high, Ehrlich. Thought about a 3, now does take it. That'll miss, and the rebound taken back by Southeast, Kirby Davis. 2 minutes to go here, reach in, taken away by Matucci off the glass, up and good. Matucci's got 7 in the quarter and 14 for the game now. And the lead 44-18 as the run for the Knights here in the quarter is 16-0. There's a runner up and good off the glass, and that breaks the run. Jacobson with a couple. .44-20 on the other end, up and good. Two more for Adami. He's got a half dozen. Leads to the far corner. Up and good. 5 quick ones for Jacobson for Southeast. Under a minute to play here in the third. The Knights 18-5 the spread here. And they lead by 23, 46-23. Matucci in the center circle. Out high. Far side to Ehrlich. Driving. Spinning now. Adami between the rings. 30 seconds left, third quarter. Knights by a bunch. 20 seconds, Knights in no particular hurry, and why would they be? There's Adami now with it. Matucci up near half court along with him. Adami with the left hand, now the right hand, kicked out. Ehrlich in the corner. Swings it to Matucci. Here's another 3-ball up, another 3-ball good. Wow. Timeout Southeast. And that, oh, and again, why not? 3 straight quarters, Matucci has had the last basket. And the Knights end it up 49-23 after 3. Back after this, you're listening and watching the Sacred Heart basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Saline Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Saline Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Saline Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Just underway here in the fourth quarter from southeast of Saline, with the Knights outscoring Southeast 21-5 in that third quarter to take what was a modest 10-point lead at halftime, and now it's a 26-point blowout brewing, as 4 more points would put the Knights up by 30, and the clock would run continuously after that point to end the game. Foul called on Daniel Carey against the Trojans. Opening half minute here of the fourth, and it goes to Bogart. Hands it off to Adami, beyond the arc, now left, now right. Mars in the corner, Will Tuttle with it, driving. Now to get it is Adami once again. Adami with a drive, pass to Mars, outlet to Tuttle for 3, and he hits it again. Boy. Tuttle with 6. The lead is 29. A minute gone by here in the fourth. Knights 52. There's a 3 to answer on the other end, missing. Rebound to Tuttle. Far side Bogart driving the baseline up. No foul called there. Knights wanted a foul. Didn't get it. There's Kerr. Scout Castleman. Castleman, far corner. In there now, Isaiah Kerr for Southeast. A little over 90 seconds gone by here in the fourth. Knights are going to go to 6-0 on the season and 1-0 in the league. Southeast will fall to 2-4, 0-2 in the league, and there's a loose ball taken away. Adami, Tuttle to Adami again. A little less than 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Bogart in the corner to Samuelson. Into the corner, Mars. Tuttle for 3 again, same spot, same result. 9 for Tuttle. And we're beyond the 30-point threshold now, 32-point game. Entry pass off the glass, up, no good, but to the free throw line will be Omar Calzada, excuse me. Jet Samuelson called for a second personal foul, but a little consequence right now. Shot is up and missed, and the referee, well, one of the referees anyway, coming over and motioning to the scorer's table to start the clock. So again, we've got 5.5 and counting now, a running clock here in the fourth. The Knights are gonna come into Southeast on the boys' side and stay perfect at 6-0. 55-24. Foul shot, second one good by Calzada. On the other end, that's Adami up and good again with the basket for 2. 5 minutes to go in the game. 57-24, a 33-point lead for the Knights. And a running clock here in the fourth. Calzada. Now Castleman. Three-point shot from the corner is up and good. Basket good by Owen Bailey now with 9 points. And it's an even 30-point game now. On the other end, Tuttle again for three. 3 threes in the fourth. 4 for the game. He's got a dozen on 4 threes. The Knights have scored 60. Calzada again for three up top, and he buries it. Calzada. 4 for him. Halfway through the fourth, 4 minutes gone by and 4 to go. Tuttle again. The hot hand from distance. That shot's missed. Tipped around, and Southeast will take possession. Down the floor, Owen Bailey. Into the corner, Castleman. Calzada, shot up short. Line drive off the front iron. 3.5 remains now in the game. 30-second timeout called by the Knights. We'll take it as well. A quick one here. You're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Out of the timeout, Calzada with another basket. 6 off the bench here in the quarter. Half dozen for him here in the fourth, 60-32. Now Carson Lehman's checked into the game for the Knights. Will Tuttle, Walker Tuttle, who just picked up the foul. Also out there for the Knights, Jet Samuelson and Luke Colin out there on the floor for the Knights now. Timeout by the Trojans, a full timeout. We'll take it as well. You're watching, listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital, your voice, your choice.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Out of the timeout, the Knights up by 28 to the free throw line. Connor Castleman still looking for his first point of the game. Missed the first free throw. Second one up. That one will go. It's 60-33, a 27-point lead. 2.5 to play in regulation. There's Walker Tuttle. Looking still. There's Carson Lehman now with it. And Will Tuttle on the baseline now. Jet Samuelson, the lone starter on the floor for the Knights. Samuelson out high for three. Colin missed it. Tuttle put back up. That won't go. Samuelson again off. Oh, there's a block by Calzada. 2 minutes left in regulation, and the lead again, 23. From the beyond the arc, Calzada, 9 points, all here in the fourth quarter. Lehman, I should say, and a foul going to be called. It's going to go on Calzada. This is his first personal foul, team's second foul. And we're under 90 seconds to go in the game. So again, Southeast will go to 2-4, 0-2 in the league. The Knights are going to go to 6-0 and 1-0 in the NCAA league on the boys' side. Samuelson. Shot up, missing by Coland. Rebound Samuelson. And now taking loose ball on the floor. Scrum on the floor for it, and who's got it? Jump ball. Under a minute left. Final 40 seconds plus, well under 40 now. Coland to inbound. Looking for Lehman, gets it to him. Lehman driving in the lane, and another block by Calzada. But back into the hands of the Knights. Bogarts checked back in for the Knights. In for Samuelson, so one starter of the 5 on the floor for the Knights. Reach in. Walker Tuttle now Lehman. Thought about a 3, and I think the students wanted to take it, but waning seconds here, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Final score, Sacred Heart splits it. Knights in the boys game, 60-36 over the Trojans. We'll come back after a break and wrap things up. You're listening and watching to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Maury Clinic is pleased to welcome obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Mariah Jones. Dr. Jones is a Salina area native and is excited to return to her roots and care for the women of north central Kansas. She completed medical school and residency at the University of Kansas School of Medicine. Dr. Jones is joining Drs. Knox, Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, and Roche at Maury Women's Clinic in Salina. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Jones by calling 785-827-7261 or visit MauryClinic.com to learn why you matter more at Maury.
Hometown Disposal is a locally owned and operated waste hauling company offering residential and commercial trash service. Hometown Disposal offers front load, roll off, and rear load disposal bins for all your waste hauling needs. Let Hometown Disposal assist you with all your daily, weekend, or seasonal cleanup jobs. Hometown Disposal offers waste disposal options that are simple, affordable, and stress-free. Hometown Disposal is the right choice for families, local business owners, and general contractors. Contact Hometown Disposal, Salina's premier waste hauling solution.
Looking to take the next step in your career? Consider an MBA from Kansas Wesleyan. You can complete the program fully online in as little as 1 year, and your last class is free. Want to be a part of one of the region's fastest growing universities? Visit kwu.edu/MBA today. That's kwu.edu/MBA.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back once again to Sacred Heart Basketball. Here, final score as the Knights earn the split tonight as the Sacred Heart boys stay perfect, 6-0 on the young season. They're 1-0 in the NCAA League now with a 60-36 victory over Southeast of Saline here on these last boys and girls games here for the two teams before the holiday break. Final score again, 60-36 in the game. Mike Matucci, after the first, after the second, after the third, all three quarters, he hit the buzzer beater in all three of them. A three in the first, another two-point basket before halftime, and another basket to end the third quarter. And what a run by the Knights as it was a 12-10 lead after one, 28-18. They were up by a modest 10 after the opening half. Blew it wide open with a 16-0 run to start the third, and win it by 24. Final score 60-36 here in our boys contest. Matucci with 17 to lead the Knights. 12 off the bench for Will Tuttle on 4 threes. 3 of those threes in the fourth quarter. Also for the Knights, 7 for Evan Bogart, 6 for Jet Samuelson, 8 for Jason Mars, 8 for Luca Adami off the bench, and 2 for Walker Tuttle. For Sacred Heart, again, the anomaly in this one, Max Ehrlich, the leading scorer for the Knights, is the lone starter without a point on the board for Sacred Heart here in this one. Coming up the steps here, head coach of the Sacred Heart boys, Brian Gromley, heading our way. And Brian Gromley, head coach of the Knights, with us now. And a big win for you guys. You're 6-0, 1-0 in the league now, but nip and tuck early on, but you guys got hot. You said you had a modest 10-point lead at halftime, and then you scored the first 16 in the third and really blew it up at that point. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's a big win going into break, and playing a team that had been playing really good basketball, played Beloit really close, who might be, one of the better teams in Class 3A. But tonight, that point where it was 20-18, we came out of a timeout, and our guys just played some excellent defense, gave them one shot, and that just carried over. We closed the quarter really well. I think it was like a 8-0 run. And then we come out the third quarter and just kept playing disruptive defense and played long enough that just kind of took away. They do a really nice job of running that swing offense. That ball moves side to side, and they're setting back screens. And you saw in the first half they got us on a few, I think like 3. And our guys kind of made a nice adjustment to that and then just got disruptive out there on the passing lanes a little bit. And our defense became our best offense in the third quarter.
And, Coach, one of the things I mentioned as well, that the scoring in that third quarter, you go on a 16-0 run there. But I guess I call it the anomaly, or I use that word anyway. But we talk about Max Ehrlich, your leading scorer, and we talk about the unselfishness. And really, I don't think these guys care who gets the points as long as you got all four of your 5 starters score. You get 3 different guys, Luca, Walker, and Will off the bench. But Max, 0 points tonight, which was really strange to look down and see, but at the same time, I made the point that he was out there hustling just like any other night. But again, just speaks to your guys too. The leading scorer gets 0 tonight, but you still win in a blowout.
Yeah, well, I think when one of the kids made the adjustment, Max and Mike, I kind of let those guys make a lot of decisions out there on the court, and they thought it was better to have Max on ball. You saw that a lot in the second quarter into the third quarter. And so he was setting guys up. He has a lot of gravity because he's able to shoot the ball. So they had to bring stuff to him, and that just opens up the lane for everybody else. And then you saw Jason get a corner 3, and then he gets a couple extra passes over to Will Tuttle. And, I think that just kind of stretched the lead out a little bit, and Luca attacks the basket. And we did a nice job in transition off defense. But, bottom line is Max has plenty of bullets. His field goal percentage this year, effective field goal percentage, is darn near around 50%. For a perimeter guy, that's just outrageously good, and we just took advantage, and the kids did it. They took advantage of his gravity, drawing attention, opening up other guys.
And again, you mentioned Will too. I want to give him big thumbs up as well. He's fun to watch shoot threes. He had 4 threes. He had 12 points, but 3 of those threes in that fourth quarter, when he gets hot, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. Yes, he does. And the kids find him, and he finds his spots. And when his feet are set, and he's got a chance to flick that little lefty out there, he can go for 3 or 4 and a half. And I just remember a couple times we got a drive baseline. We got a kick out to Jason Mars. He could have taken it, but they were closing him, and he kicks it over to Will. But how about that pass Max Ehrlich threw at the end of the third quarter to Mike Matucci? I don't even know how that ball got there. It defied physics. It went out of bounds and curved back in, and Mike got it. And we closed quarters well tonight, and I think that helped us with momentum.
And another interesting little tidbit that Mike, actually the end of the first with a 3, and then at halftime and the end of the third, first 3 quarters, Mike had that last second basket in all 3 of them.
Yeah, he did a nice job closing out quarters for us tonight.
Coach, I just want to ask you again, something that I made mention of too. We're here at Southeast, league rival, county rival, but I love the fact that this game's 7 nights out from Christmas, and a lot of the alumni here tonight, a lot of the student section, and some faces you haven't seen for a while. And just wanted to ask, really, how special is that to you to see, especially for a road game, but a close road game? Yeah. How special is it to you guys to see all these night fans and alumni come out?
It is. It's nice for our kids. They work hard. I tell our guys that, that we are the team of our student body. Our student body does a great job supporting us, and it's always special when you get your alumni back, especially those recent guys who have been out here and played on that court and know what this rivalry means for Sacred Heart and Southeast basketball.
Always fun getting these two together. We'll see them again in Saline in 2024. And speaking of which, want to wish you and the team and all of our listeners a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the 6-0 start.
Hey, yeah.
Back at home on the 2nd of January, so we'll get a couple of weeks to catch our breath and right back at it after the first of the year.
Yeah, well, hey, it's going to be nice to be at home finally. Huh?
Absolutely.
Road Warriors were good. Now let's see if we can hold serve.
There you go.
All right, we'll see you, Adam. Take care. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. That is head coach of the Sacred Heart boys, Brian Gormley, joining us here during postgame. We'll wrap it up again. Once again, final score of the boys game, 60-36. The Sacred Heart gets their 6th win in 6 games here on the young season to wrap up the 2023 portion. And the Southeast ladies, as the split tonight, do the boys and girls, as Southeast beat Sacred Heart in the girls game earlier, 35-25. Southeast ladies go to 4-2, 2-0 in the league. Sacred Heart falls to 3-3. They're 0-1 now in the league. Meanwhile, on the boys' side, Southeast falls to 2-4 and 0-2 in the league. Knights are 6-0 and 1-0 in the NCAA league. Once again, girls final score, Southeast wins at 35-25. Boys final, Sacred Heart wins at 60-36. So for Avery Cadle, I'm Adam Coulter. Our next broadcast will be a couple of weeks from tomorrow. It'll be Tuesday, January 2nd. Knights will get their first home game of the season as they will host the Minneapolis Lions in a boys and girls doubleheader with coverage right here with our audio and video on Salina Post. So one more time for Avery Cadle. Also for the head coaches, Carl Hines and Brian Gormley of Sacred Heart, I'm Adam Coulter, wishing you a very good evening, very good holiday season, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will talk to you once again January 2nd, early on in 2024 as we continue our season of Sacred Heart basketball. So again, from Southeast, wishing you a very good night, and thank you once again for listening to Southeast and Sacred Heart basketball tonight. You've been listening and watching to Sacred Heart basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.